Alright, so hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I think this is one of the first video that we uploaded on this channel for 2025. I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everyone. And yeah, so in this video, this is just a personal experience for CELPIP, and if any one of you who is trying to get this exam in the future, I think this video might be helpful, and also that is why I decided to share this with you all. So just a personal or maybe just a overview. Last year I get the chance to take this exam and everything went well really, and I just wanted to just share with you my personal experience, like the end to end, like how I review, how I book for an appointment, and also if you're in Manila, I can also share some of the clips as to where the test center is, and that might be helpful for everyone who wanted to take their exam. If you're coming from the province and you wanted to take it here in the city of Manila, then this might be a great help for you. So watch out for that. I might include that at the very end of the video. So yeah, continue watching if that's something that interests you. Alrighty, so I'll get to our agenda for today for this video. So today we will discuss, or maybe we will learn about what is CELPIP. So of course, for anyone who doesn't have any idea what CELPIP is, then we'll just give you like a very short overview of what CELPIP is. And then number 2, who needs to take a CELPIP exam? 3, how to book the CELPIP appointment exam. And lastly, my top recommended free resources. So these are all free. Okay. And also, if the bonus the bonus part would be if you're coming into Metro Manila just to take your exam, and you're from the provinces of Mindanao or provinces of Visayas, for example, or even within Luzon, I can also add some of the clips, like the exact location of the testing center within Metro Manila. Alrighty, so let's move forward. So what is CELPIP? So this, you can actually Google this. So CELPIP, it stands for Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program, CELPIP. And this is a test, an English language test that measures your ability to communicate in English in a variety of situations. And what is CELPIP for? So some use this as a requirement, one of the requirements for those who are planning to land as an immigrant in Canada. And of course, also for those who are planning to take their bachelor's degree or master's degree or some certification programs within Canada, like some of the institutions, universities in Canada, this exam as well is one of the requirements. So yeah. So, and also for professional certifications and many other stuff, like many other requirements that require CELPIP. And next is how to book an exam. Alrighty, so first off, you need to create an account, and that's very straightforward, very easy. You just need to log in your email address and then elect your passport, and that's it. So once your account is set up or created, then you can start booking an appointment, and we will give you a complete walkthrough on how to do that on the CELPIP website later on this video. Alrighty, so lastly, free recommended resources that I personally use. So first is the CELPIP free materials. So you can actually have this when you sign up for, or you set up your appointment at the website, CELPIP website, and they will just send this automatically to your email address. And once you sign up and once you check those notifications, you will be able to navigate those free resources actually. Okay, and also you can make use of the CELPIP YouTube channel, where they also uploaded a lot of videos like for reading, for listening, for writing, and for speaking. Like, what are the technicalities, like approaches that you might want to consider when taking this exam. So these are all available free, okay? And these were all the recommended free resources that I've tried personally, and they're very helpful. And last but not the least, of course, this YouTube channel that I've seen on YouTube, Mad English TV. So I can also give you a walkthrough on all of these free resources that I mentioned here, where you can actually practice. Really up to you how you digest all of these free resources, like how you manage to review all of them. But for me, these three are enough, and they're all free. So if you're planning to have your CELPIP exam soon, then I would suggest these three free resources for you to clear your exam. Alrighty, so I think this would be the last, okay, last slide for this presentation. We can switch to the actual system. Alrighty, I'll just pause this video. On the CELPIP website, so I think this changes like every I'm not sure how frequent, but if you could see here, you could be able to get like those overview about CELPIP as I mentioned earlier. And for this video, we are going to focus on the CELPIP General. That's the exam I took last time. So as mentioned on our early slides, let me just click on the learn more here so you will get like the full detail. So CELPIP General, so CELPIP is Canada's leading, I'm just going to read this, you can also read this. CELPIP is Canada's leading general English language proficiency test for permanent residency, citizenship, and professional designation. Alrighty, so this is one of the requirements mandated by or required by the IRCC, or the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, and also is accepted for professional designations and by universities, colleges, and vocational programs. So you might want to also, so this is the standard cost for this exam. So for general, it's 290 Canadian dollars, while the CELPIP General LS test is $195. So the difference between these two is simple. This one for permanent residency application, while this one is for the citizenship application, all in Canada. Okay, so yeah, let's focus, as mentioned, let's focus on the general tests. So the general tests consist of 4 categories. So these are the reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So this is just a single test setting. So it is just, you're going to take it under 3 hours. And as mentioned at the very beginning, this is IRCC approved for PR status. And here are the total test time for each of the categories. So for example, listening right here, it would take you 47 to 55 minutes to complete, while reading 55 to 60 minutes, writing 53 to 60 minutes, and lastly Speaking is a very short one, 15 to 20 minutes. So as well, right here, this is how the test is being facilitated, or the format. Listening would come first, and these are all the components for the listening category. So you will be presented with first the practice task, and then these are the number of questions for each of the component sections. So for listening, you've got part 1 up to part 6. Now let's move on to reading. Okay, reading is the allotted time is 55 to 60 minutes. It would have this number of questions right here, and from part 1 up to part 4. Moving on to writing, we have just 2 components for writing here. We have 2 components for writing, so we have task 1, task 2, and then lastly you'll be presented with the speaking. So if you notice right here, speaking has a lot of tasks, like 1 up until task 8 and each of the tasks is just 1 question, so it would be just so easy for you guys. And lastly, there's this unscored items right here, and as mentioned also on here, if you could notice, unscored items, the listening and reading test contain unscored items used for test development. These unscored items can be found anywhere within the listening and the reading tests, and will have the same format as the scored items. You will not be able to tell scored items from unscored items, so apply your best effort to the entire test. I personally didn't notice this on the actual exam, so, and I didn't even know that there's this. Yes, because on the actual exam, you'll, yeah, as they mentioned right here, you will not be able to, to spot the difference if it's scored or unscored. So I think it's just how they specify right here, apply your best effort to the entire test, and you will not be able to think about that unscored items actually if you're on the actual exam. Yeah, that's for sure. Alrighty, so I think this gives you guys like a full of the what CELPIP is and how you'll be able to clear the exam. So I think the next thing that we need to check on here is, as promised, we'll walk you through on how to set up the appointment, but it's just very straightforward, pretty easy. All you need is sign up for an account. So for signing up a new account, all that indicates red asterisks right here is required. Like everything right here is required, so you just follow through this entire instructions guidance on this page, click everything, and then you can just go ahead and click on the sign up button once you're done. Okay, so I've already had my profile. Alrighty, so I've already logged into my CELPIP personal account. So this is how your profile would look like. You will have here the notification settings, and you can actually update your billing and then your shipping information. You can also change your password on here, register for an official CELPIP exam, which our next agenda. And then you could also, aside from the free study materials that CELPIP offers, they also have this study materials where you can purchase. And if you scroll down a little bit, so this is actually the exam that I took last year, and you'll be able to check right here actions. You can actually update score recipients and then request for evaluation on here under actions. You can also check on this is a button where it would route you to your overall score as well as the breakdown. So your score you'll be scored based on each of the categories. And right here, if you're not satisfied on how CELPIP evaluated your exam, then you can request for test re-evaluation. That is an option right here. And also the study materials that I mentioned. So here are the free CELPIP exam or CELPIP practice tests starter set. So there's actually 4 different. Okay, you can just click on each of this and enjoy learning. Happy learning. Okay, so these are all the available information right here that you can check on your profile. So let's go ahead and click on register for an official CELPIP exam. So this is how to set up your first appointment exam for CELPIP. So click, and on here you'll be asked which CELPIP exam are you planning to take. So for general, so the one that I took last year was the general CELPIP exam. Highlight or just select that image and then click on continue. And you'll be asked right here, what is your primary reason for taking this test? Then select the best option, I would say. So for example, if it's for from residency application, then you can click on that. And so there's an important note right here: before beginning your CELPIP, should have an acceptable identity document. Okay, alrighty. So this acceptable identity document would be something like a valid document like your ID, example, your passport information or ID. Okay. Now on this page, you'll be asked to select the country you're in. So let's select Philippines and then select regions. So mind you, in the Philippines, there are 2 test locations. So, or test locations. So we have in Cebu and as well as in Manila. So let's try Manila. And select city. So you have options in Manila or in Makati City. So yeah, let's try Manila because that's where I took my exam, and that location is fairly near my area as well as the traffic situation is a bit, yeah, manageable, tolerable, I would say. Alrighty, so you'll be presented of each of this or this list of available tests dates that you can select from. So there's actually a lot, so you might wanna pick any of this. So let's try this date and then select. So if you're good with this date, then you can just click on select button right there, and yeah, hit on continue. So on here, to complete the registration, you will need one of the following acceptable identification document. So you just need to fill in those information, and yeah, so this requires some of your personal details. All right, so let's assume that you've already selected this date and time right here. So please be mindful of your selected date and time, of course. So you have enough preparation when going to the test center. So we have here Friday 14 2025 9:30 a.m. and you just need to click on the I consent checkbox right here. So this is the biometric consent, and this is done during the exam. So before you start with your CELPIP exam, we have, or they have this a group of facilitator that would accommodate all of your needs prior to you starting your exam. Okay, so let's assume this is done, and let's click on next right here. So institutional IRCC immigration. Okay, so let's use this. So we presented earlier, we've asked if you're going to use this for immigration purposes, and that's our answer. So we've answered it that way. Okay. Oh, alrighty, so let's hit and continue. So now this is, I think, the last and final page, and if you scroll down, agree, you can click on agree and proceed. If you click on this button, you will be routed to the page where you need to enter your credit card information and paying the costs or the total cost of this exam. Alrighty, so I think that's it for this walkthrough video on how you can set up an appointment of your CELPIP exam, and I hope this is helpful, especially for those who are planning to take their CELPIP exam. And for the other recommended or the other study materials that are not for free, I would say, so here are the options, or the options where you can actually get from CELPIP directly. Really up to you if you would like to get one or purchase for additional videos or additional review materials that you can use to prepare for this exam. Alright, so I think from the end-to-end experience that I mentioned, we already covered the how to book, what are the study materials that I recommend, and where to access them. So let's switch to the YouTube channel that I mentioned. So this is what I had mentioned earlier. So CELPIP has their official YouTube channel page. So if you would navigate to their playlist, so you can have here CELPIP listening, CELPIP writing, speaking, reading, and they even have a lot here like study tips like that, and then anything for a beginner, I would say, just giving you an idea or an overview of what this exam is like and how you can prepare. And these are all given by CELPIP for free. So this is the best platform to learn, and then you can just binge watch all their videos, and really helpful too. The other platform that I suggested, or I highly recommend, is this channel from Mad English TV. So this channel is really very helpful during my preparation. So he's giving us like very straightforward example, some very effective approaches on how to answer this specific question, and so like anything related to CELPIP preparation, may it be for speaking, reading, writing, and listening. He got it all here. So personally, I just binge watch his all of his CELPIP related videos, and really it helped me a lot. Like on the actual, it really helped me a lot. But of course, especially speaking, I think the important key there is to communicate English, like using it on your day-to-day life. And then because by just, you know, maybe knowing the technicalities is not enough, especially during the actual exam. It's just so quick that you don't even notice that, oh, it's, yeah, time's up, and then you aren't sure if you've given your best. Yeah, but I think practicing the language is also helpful. And yeah, lastly, for me, just be yourself on the actual exam. So if you're maybe working, I think you really need to request for a time off for the preparation itself, and then for the actual exam. You need it. Yeah, you really need it. Yeah, I think that's all about it for this video. So if you want more of this, or maybe if you do have some questions, don't hesitate to give us, or maybe share your comments, and then we'll see. Okay, we'll see what else we can share related to this. And I hope this helps, and appreciate your, again, yeah, your continued support on the channel. And you guys stay safe, have a wonderful day, like this video, give this channel a subscribe if you haven't already, and I wish you guys a happy new year, though it's too late already, I think, but we're still in January. So yeah, looking forward to actually upload more in the future. All right, stay safe and see us on our next video. Bye.